So next up in our Moses Hacmon's Most Toxic Relationships series, we have a video on Trisha's channel called Raising Cane's Drama. And even though it looks like it's just her alone in this video, you can actually see Moses on the side. Now, typically when she didn't feature Moses in the video like this, where she would just have the camera completely directed at her, as opposed to like, as you could see here in Mr. Beast Burger Fail, where they're both being shown, or here in the cow video where they're both being shown, when she does this, where she doesn't show him, this is typically when she would be upset with him. And because she said she on purpose would do this because she didn't want to put him in the frame because she was kind of like taking away the spotlight from him because she knows how much he liked the spotlight. So she would just like take it away and just like not let him be in it. But she does speak to him the entire time. So we're going to take a look at that and see like what her issue could have possibly been. Also, you can tell just based off what she's wearing that this was during a Frenemies episode, because this was the one where they did their own version of like the Steamy Awards, her and Ethan. So this was either before or after a Frenemies episode. We'll check it out right now. Let's dive in and see. So you can even see here in the beginning of the clip, it shows them on Frenemies. I don't know though if this was included before or after, so let's take a look. This was the episode, by the way. It was when they did their version of the award show.
So, what we're doing here today is we are bringing you not the Streamies, which we all know is a corrupt and ridiculous organization.
They nominate you for the best podcast every year.
Yeah, but it's such a scam.
Are they? Okay.
Actually, I have been nominated for best podcast like 3 years running, but I go and I never win. It's always like,
So this was like their parody version of, like he said, the Streamies. I think they called it the Steamies, like he said. Also, I think it's kind of funny. This is like behind the scenes footage that Moses took. This was Moses filming it. I think it's interesting to see like what the backdrop and what the desk look like, and like Ethan not wearing like pants to go with his tuxedo suit is kind of funny because I don't think you saw that in the actual episode.
the last guy who won, I never even heard of, but okay, whatever, he could be a big deal. But anyway, it's like, why isn't Joe Rogan on it if they're really that legit?
Oh, well, he's like a conservative, right? Like it's probably for liberal people.
Liberals only? What kind of
It
award
seems
show
like-
is that?
I think that's every award show in Hollywood.
Huh, interesting. I never
Yeah.
thought about that way.
I'm excited for this award show because I'm actually nominated.
It is kind of interesting that Trisha would know that better than Ethan. Like, oh, they probably didn't want to have like someone who, specifically Rogan, spreads bad views, harmful views. But I do think that she, personally, I feel like she was a little bit salty when she said that's every award show, because I do know that Trisha has admitted herself that she's conservative, even though she pretends that she's not.
And hosting.
You're nominated several times, I think. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I
what
did.
we have here
Yeah.
today is the Steamies, as if to drinking the piping hot steam.
Oh, I thought it was like a steamy dump.
Yeah. That also went through
Right,
my mind. You
the
can think of it
steamy.
either way. It's a steamy dump, it's a steamy tea. What it is the real award show of 2020 that you wish was here, but the streaming is too much cowards to actually cover what matters.
Yeah, it's like the worst of the worst. We're like rewarding people for being problematic, for keeping us entertained, for keeping us a job. Like we
Let's-
wouldn't have the headline.
Okay, first things first, I actually also thought it was the way that Trisha described it as opposed to how Ethan described it. The second thing I want to mention here is I find it interesting that she's saying, like, yeah, we're rewarding people for being problematic and for being the worst of the worst and for entertaining us. Like, is it entertaining to be the worst of the worst, though? Because these two, if you guys remember, during this era, were acting like they were kind of like the moral high ground of everything, and we're calling everyone else out and saying how wrong it was to do XYZ. So I just find it interesting that she's like, well, now we're rewarding that behavior for them entertaining us. Was it entertaining, or were they calling people out? I'm confused about that.
Without these
We wouldn't be
people
here
nominated.
without you folks.
Yeah.
The Steamies! We need a theme song. The Steamies! Bringing you the steaming turds of 2020, yeah.
That's good. That was
Thank
good. And as always, well, not as always, but today we have a sponsor for our Steamy Awards.
Oh, yeah,
The
I
proud
forgot.
sponsor of the Steamies
Yeah.
is Adam and Eve.
Eve.
I think we started that way. And
I never faked anything, Trisha. There was never any collusion about faking liking each other.
I faked a little bit at the beginning.
That's fine. I'm just saying I didn't. Okay. Drum.
Also, I know this isn't about Moses and I know this isn't about Ethan and Trisha, but since Moses is filming it, I'm just gonna say it. I think she's lying here. I don't think she faked liking Ethan in the beginning. In fact, I think she liked Ethan before Ethan liked her, because when she went on when she originally went on their podcast, she was the one that kept saying like, "Oh my god, you guys are so sweet. Oh my god, Ethan, I love you. Oh my god, you're the best." And Ethan was kind of like reluctant to engage, and he was hesitant because I think he like had heard things about her and kind of knew who she was, and just seemed to be not completely on board. Even during the first episode of Frenemies, it was Ethan who was more distant, and it was Trisha who was being like, "Can we hang out? Can we do this? Can we do that?" Like Ethan was not that involved in the beginning. He did eventually warm up to her and become genuine, like more genuine than she did, and he genuinely wanted to be friends when she didn't. But she was the one who was trying to force a friendship at the beginning. But I think she tries to sound cool, like, "Well, I was lying. I didn't really like you. You just liked me," even though everyone knows that Trisha always liked Ethan more than Ethan liked Trisha, like even past platonically. Like Trisha was the one who kept saying, "Can we shower together? Can we do up together? Can we do this? Can we do that?"
Roll. Biggest fake friendship goes to. Wow, with a resounding. This is the biggest margin by far at 72.9%.
All right, hi guys, what's up? Oh my gosh, I've never been more hangry or grumpy or physically sick. My phone, I look like crap, and I have really pretty hair and makeup on today. My camera wouldn't record. Babe, help yourself. We're trying Raising Cane's for the first time.
So that immediately answers the question. Like I said in the beginning, I said she only typically doesn't let Moses in the videos when she's mad at him or when there's an issue. And the first thing she says when the actual video starts is she's angry, she's upset, she's grumpy. This completely makes sense why Moses is not allowed to be in the frame with her. Like I said before, she has said that she would punish him by not letting him be in the frame when she would be mad at him. She does this on purpose. It's like to take away something that she knows that he likes.
I'm starving. No, I'm not trying it for the first time. He's trying it for the first time. My fiance, who's over there. I felt so pretty today, and now my pretty won't even be seen because the quality of this is. Aren't you gonna eat?
Yes.
We've been starving. Sorry.
This also doesn't make sense because if it's actually his first time trying, typically she would show that in a video. The fact that she's not shows that she was, in fact, angry with him or upset with him for some reason. And she kind of seems a little bit snappy there when she's like, "Aren't you going to eat?" Like, she's clearly, like, in a mood.
I'm not trying to be like mean. Oh my god, I just want chicken. Hot, 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 hot. Hot, 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 hot. Woo! Oh, definitely fresh. Oh my god. What time is it?
It's
4:30.
4:30. Oh my god, it's the first time we eat today.
We didn't eat today. We both had coffee on an empty stomach, and I had like a really strong coffee, and it's very hot. Oh my god.
Is it even worth eating, even, like, no matter how hungry you are, is it even worth eating if you're going to, like, burn your mouth in the process? Isn't it just going to kind of, like, numb your taste buds anyway and kind of ruin your meal? But also, she says that it's the first time they're eating today, and anyone who watched the Jason Nash series will know that anytime Trisha doesn't eat or she's hungry, she gets vile. Like, she gets bad. So, again, it doesn't surprise me that Moses is completely off screen for this. It does surprise me, though, that it's so shortly after the engagement, because she was kind of riding on an engagement high where she was being super nice to him and super caring and super, like, just attentive. And now she's kind of back to her old ways and just, like, 2 simple videos after the engagement.
It's so good though. This film Frenemies like literally 3 hours ago. We drove somewhere. The Raising Cane's wasn't open. Oh my god, I haven't even TikTok this while I show it.
Okay, so now we know that this happened after Frenemies, and it's interesting to know that she filmed the entirety of Frenemies on an empty stomach, because I do remember that episode, and she actually seemed to be in a good mood throughout the entire thing. Like, she was very engaged and happy and just overall way into what her and Ethan were doing for that episode. So it is interesting to find out that she was actually hungry the entire time, because she's never in a good mood when she's hungry. That seems to be why she's taking it out on Moses in this video.
What do you think of it?
Mm-hmm.
It's so hot. Wait, I gotta TikTok it. I'm so hungry, I forgot. We're back. Oh, that from this angle too. I'm so hungry. What do you think of it?
It's really good.
Did you eat your bread?
Okay.
Bread's my favorite part.
I do think she'll start to be nicer to him now that she's eating, because she seems to be like upset when she's hungry, and then when she's eating she's like kind of okay, but then after the meal she always gets kind of mean again. So we'll see if she gets mean to him after the meal. But also I find it interesting that she made another comment about how fat she looked and he didn't speak up or say anything, because typically when she does those throughout both the Jason and Moses series, she's doing it so that her partner will tell her that she does not in fact look fat. But Moses never seems to pipe up and counter what she says about herself. Like, he never counters any negative thing she says, whereas Jason did.
I'm just supposed to be happy, fun. I look really good today. It's now getting dark. We went to the wrong one. Well, the one that wasn't open. And now we're in Long Beach. And normally it'd be sketchy to eat in the parking lot, but
So now she's kind of like going in about why exactly she's in this mood that she's in. She's basically kind of saying like everything was going wrong. We went this place. It wasn't where we needed. Like, it wasn't open or it wasn't whatever. And then she talks about how normally she'd be sketched out to be in a parking lot, which is true. Like, every time she's in a parking lot, she kind of acts like, oh my god, I'm in the sketchiest parking lot known to man. It'll literally be like a church parking lot or like a freaking like Toys R Us parking lot, or just like somewhere like you just wouldn't expect to be dangerous. She'll be like, I'm in the like scariest part of the neighborhood, and it's not scary at all. But it's funny that she's like, normally I'd be sketched out, but I'm so hungry I'm not, which just goes to show that she plays up how sketched out she is, because nowhere she goes even is scary. And she tries to pretend that it is, but she's just so hungry that she can't even fake it right now.
I'm so hungry. Anyways, did I already say? I don't even remember. Frenemies, we filmed a new one. First episode back of the year. We did an award show for the worst of the worst. Most dramatic people on the internet. There's some really horrible people on the internet. That's what I learned, because they edited like these montage of clips from why those people were nominated.
You know, she's talking about how there's horrible people on the internet and how she's like understanding just how horrible they are, even just based off like compilations. But it's like, we just heard her in the beginning of this video say, and we're rewarding them for entertaining us. So, like, again, how can you be so entertained by people who are this horrific? Because you have to remember, even one of their nominations was someone like James Charles. Like, should we really be fake rewarding them?
And like, I can honestly say, I always thought that I was like really problematic. Like, I thought like, oh, I'm like a really bad person. Like, everyone hates me. I'm literally not. Compared to like,
Okay, she has never thought that about herself. She's never thought that about herself, because she's always denied it. And she's always said, I'm not even a bad person. All I did was ever troll. But then now she's like, I used to always think I was a bad person and I was so problematic. But now I know I'm not compared to them. She never thought that about herself. And that's why she's so quick to just be like, I'm not like them at all. They're so much worse than me. Because this is why she calls people out. And this is why she does what she does. Because she thinks if she calls people out, it'll make everyone look at what they're doing as opposed to what Trisha did. Because then it's like, look what they're doing. It's so much worse than anything I've ever done. That's her goal here. Like, that's her goal in calling people out all the time. But like, look at her face, you guys. Clearly, she doesn't ever think that anything she ever did was wrong. That's why she defends herself, and that's why she's never apologized for anything. Like, her stands all the time will say like, she apologized a long time ago. She doesn't even do it anymore. She literally has never apologized, and she does everything. Like, please, any of her stands watching, show me one time she's apologized for anything. I'm waiting.
compared to people being like, I don't give an F about it, and another person returning their baby, and like Dixie like smacking her something out of her sister's hands. Like, I'm not an asshole. Like,
Okay. She's like, oh, compared to people who say F, the C word. She was one of those people. She was one of the people. She did it on front of me. She was talking about how, like, she's like, oh, I'm not going to stop my whole life just for this one thing that doesn't affect me. I don't think it's fair that I can't do anything and that I can't go out. She's like that. And then she's saying like, oh, compared to Dixie who smacked something out of her sister's hand. Okay, is that comparable to her driving her car into Jason Nash's house and terrorizing him for 3 hours and chasing him down the street in her car? Or like harming Moses physically, which we all saw, or harming Sean. She said that she would she would physically restrain Sean. She held Jason in her house and wouldn't let him leave. She did the same thing to Moses. Are we actually saying that somehow Dixie smacking something out of her sister's hand is worse than all of that? And she's somehow less problematic? It doesn't make sense. It's like she doesn't even ever think that anything she does is wrong. That's why she makes these comparisons. Imagine knowing that you harmed several communities and several boyfriends and several people, including a 16-year-old teenager that you attacked, and thinking that you didn't do anything wrong. Like somehow you attacking that same 16-year-old that got something smacked out of her hand is less than her having something smacked out of her hand, even though you made her cry on TikTok and beg you to stop.
I've done stuff for attention. I troll people or whatever. I'm not like people are actual. It's crazy. And you know what? I'll even give it to James. Like James is not an actual.
Okay, obviously I have two things to say here. One is she says, all I've ever done was look for attention and troll. So again, she's not mentioning any actual harm that she's ever done to both communities and to people. Like I said, all of her past partners have been harmed. Even her current partner has been harmed, but she doesn't even acknowledge that in the slightest. She's even admitting to forcing Moses to sleep with her against his will. Like, but yet all of this is just squashed down to all I do is look for attention and troll, as if she hasn't harmed multiple communities by doing that very thing. Another thing I will say is she even says, even James isn't a bad person. You guys, she's talking about James Charles. She's telling us here right now that even James Charles, with his whole entire history of being dangerous toward those who aren't even 18 yet, minors, she's saying that even he's not bad.
Like really and like super like arrogant, and I think he's kind of evil, but I don't think he's like. There's some like out there. Oh my god! I actually like got enraged with a few. I was like, wow, we have like.
So her saying, you guys, she's literally saying that James Charles is not as bad as any of the other people on the steamies that they just did. The same guy that she and Ethan called out for harming all of these boys, she's saying, even he's not that bad. Like, yeah, he's evil, but he's not bad. Like, what? What does that even mean? This is what I mean by like her perception of what's bad and what isn't is just crazy. Like, for her to say that her and James are both like way less guilty than all of these other people is just insane to me. She just downplays actual crimes so hard.
Like really, like some people deserve to be canceled. Like they do not deserve what they have.
Yes, and she's one of them, and so is James. So for her to act like me and even me and James are just like, we're not on the levels that these other people are. No, they definitely are. They've harmed multiple people, both of them, to a criminal degree. And so for her to be like, well, we're not as bad as these like a-holes. No, you're worse.
It's insane. Uh, oh my god.
It made me feel really bad for Shane. Like when I saw how these people act and what they actually do, I was like, wait. People are getting canceled for nothing, but these are real things.
Like doing active, like you said, like Chris D'Elia doing active stuff. Tony Love.
Is Moses an idiot? He literally just said that their award show made him feel bad for Shane Dawson, and we all know what Shane Dawson did. This is exactly what Trisha's doing, where she's downplaying what her and James Charles did, and now what Shane Dawson did, all because she's saying, like, oh, look at these other people. Look what these other people did. But her, James, and Shane all actively attacked and harmed minors. but she's acting like everyone else is the problem and not them. Moses' perception, by the way, like to even say that knowing what Jane Dawson did, for Trisha to even say that knowing what James Charles did, these are not people who care about minors at all. And I hate that they get away with the fact that like people are like, oh my God, all they do is protect minors all the time. They care so much. Like Trisha canceled Colleen. Trisha didn't cancel Colleen for any minors, you guys. Trisha canceled Colleen because Colleen called her fat and made fun of her. That is why Trisha canceled Colleen. It's interesting that even someone like Adam McIntyre is willing to forget that because he even said that Trisha told him like, "Oh, well, I didn't believe you because Colleen told me that you were lying or whatever." Like, why would you? Why would he give her a pass for that? Why would he give her a pass that she believed that a pred was like she believed a pred over the actual Vic? Makes no sense.
As doing active things, like 2 people. Oh my God, it's crazy. Jenna and Shane like made jokes, poor jokes 15 years ago. No victims, like.
Ooh, oh God, I wish I could like just. I wish this could just get more exposure because look at her saying that Jane Dawson had no Vicks. That's her true opinion. That he didn't do anything. That he didn't harm anyone, even though he was doing what Colleen was doing. Shane was in. I think they were called tiny chats at the time. They were like it was kind of like Omegle, but like more orchestrated where you would like go into a fan chat, but you'd all be on video. So he'd be on video with a bunch of teenagers, like minors, and he'd be having them do anything. So I'm gonna throw allegedly, even though it's true, because just to be safe. But she's saying, "Oh, he didn't have any Vicks. Shane didn't do anything. Shane didn't do anything wrong." Yet it's funny that when she finally got mad at Shane for not taking her side, suddenly then he was the devil. Suddenly then everything that she knew now, suddenly then it was all important and it was all harmful. But here, when she was still his friend, she was saying he didn't do anything wrong, nothing was wrong with it, and he was completely innocent. Interesting, isn't it?
People are just, huh?
It was a really good show.
I'll link it below. Go watch it. Oh my God. It like made me upset. So many made me upset. I was like, wow. It's just crazy. It's just crazy people act like that. Like, especially when you have like money and like wealth and stuff from doing an essentially easy job. Like, it is easy.
Okay. So it's so funny that she says that it actually upset her. It upsets her so much to see what people do. Yet again, you guys, she's over here driving her car through boyfriends' houses and terrorizing them and harming them physically. If this was anyone else that had the same exact past that she did and the same exact history that she did, she would be going in on them and she'd be telling the whole entire internet, like, we need to cancel them. We need to get rid of them. But because it's her, somehow it's excused.
When you're good at something, it's easy. Do you think your job is easy or no? I'm genuinely asking. I don't know.
I chose to do something that I love, so it feels easy.
And you're good at it.
So that's why it feels easy, though. But if you don't choose something you love to do, then it feels very hard.
Yeah.
But their job is easy.
Because you choose to do it.
But it only shows more of their character. If you're famous and you have money and you're not nice and considerate, then you really are a douchebag.
Really?
Like,
So they're also talking about her in the same breath because that's literally her. One of my biggest like gripes with Trisha is that she's got this whole entire history of harming those closest to her and even strangers, and yet she'll point out what everyone else is doing wrong and then use that to justify what she's done by acting like somehow if they're bad, it deflects from what she's done and what she's doing, and somehow it's worse than what she's done or what she's doing. Like even now during this entire video, that's what these two are doing. And the fact that Moses is sitting there acting like he's so knowledgeable about the world and people and his perception of everything is just so pristine and crystal clear, to be sitting by someone who's doing exactly what he's saying, but he's just smacking that label on everyone else except her. He sounds like an idiot. He sounds like an absolute idiot.
Really, really.
You get to do what you love, and you're like not appreciative of like, because it's so, because you're not doing like work, like you actually do like work too. It's like you're not really doing any work. You're like entertaining. You're like existing basically. You're like living your life. Oh my god, I'm so mad.
You know, it's really interesting that she has this perception of her job, and she says you're not even really working, you're just existing and showing people that you're existing. Because in the beginning, and even now, like even to this day, when she first had her first child, she was constantly away from her child. She rarely spent time with her. She even said that Moses took care of the baby for the first like 4 to 6 months, and she was not doing anything for the baby. And she said, and like she'd be in her car vlogging and going out to eat a lot and just like not being with the kid. And then she said, well, it's because I have a job to do. I have a job. I have to make money. I have to be away from my kids to make money. But it didn't make any sense because her job is literally just existing. She could just be at the house. Like, I'm not saying her kid has to be on camera. Like, I don't agree with the kids being on camera in general. I don't think that it's okay. Even now, like she has all of her kids on camera. I don't like it. I don't think it's okay. Um, but she could have just been at her house. She could have been at her house the entire time. She could have been with the kid more, but she wasn't. And she used work as an excuse, even though here she's saying it's just existing. It's not even like a real job. It's not even hard.
But I said, this is the only award show I want to see. From here on.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. It's the best award show out there.
I'm so much happier now that we're eating. Oh, it was like nauseous from not eating. Oh my god. What do you think of it?
No, it's amazing.
Moses was like the biggest H3 fanboy, and he gassed it up so hard, which is so interesting because he hated Ethan so much. But I think Moses hated Ethan and his sister, but he loved the popularity that they brought, and because by association, he got some of that popularity. By Trisha's popularity too, Moses got it too. I think that's why he was such a fanboy and such a stan because it basically was just making him more famous.
I mean, I love fried chicken, and it's like, it really tastes good.
Oh my god. It was a journey. How long did it take us? What time did we leave? We left their house like 3.
Really, 3:30. Took an hour.
Oh my goodness gracious, it's so good. Did you try? Oh, you like the sauce?
She does seem to be easing up and being nicer to him now that she's actually feeding herself and eating. Like I said before, whenever she didn't eat, she'd be in such a foul mood and kind of take it out on everyone else. Like she even would tell Jason that she'd be like, she would act like a toddler, like who wasn't being fed, and then Jason would have to scramble to feed her, even though she could have just fed herself. She would do this thing where she would just not eat for whatever reason, and then she'd take it out on everyone around her.
Yeah, actually, it's nice. So,
I know that's why I was craving this. Have you seen Raising Cane's before? You have seen it before.
oh yeah, now I get it. Yeah, I remember. This guy was like, I don't know, on a scooter with a bag with it, and then crashed the scooter and threw.
But we also saw Addison Rae's pants. Remember when they tried to scare her and she was like right in like 2 feet away?
Yeah.
And they're like, we're gonna sneak and give her Raising Cane's.
Oh my god.
You know what? It worked. I'm like, I really want Raising Cane's. They sponsor people. How come they sponsor people? There's a huge line. Like, they don't need to sponsor people. Oh my god, you know what this reminds me of? Oh my god.
That I think bothers her that they sponsor people because they don't sponsor her. Like if she was being sponsored, of course she'd love it. Kind of like I think Arby's. I think she was like working with Arby's recently. And I know she's been trying to work with Domino's since forever. So she's always wanted to work with like a food company, but no one's ever been willing to work with her because she's so problematic. Or now everyone's forgotten about it and they've kind of just like given her a get out of jail free card for whatever reason. But this is why she never got these sponsorships and she never got to work with them before, is because she was so badly problematic. So her being like, I'm not problematic at all, it's everyone else, like that was always a lie. That's why she couldn't be mainstream when she tried. Although after Ethan renovated her image, she could be. Like the truth of the matter is that Trisha would not be where she's at today if it wasn't for Ethan, because he rehabilitated her image.
What does this feel like, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm talking to you off camera.
Yeah, oh my god, no, but I don't want to say it. No.
I literally am like, people are like, why isn't he on camera? She's talking to him. Oh my god, I'm literally that person. I watch a podcast, play a guessing game. Only about 13,000 people watch it, so you might know, you might not. But we watch a podcast where like she'll have people on that like, are in her circle, like her boyfriend or whatever. People are like sketchy in this parking lot. I don't trust this parking lot. But now she doesn't have
Now she's back to acting like she's scared of the parking lot because now she's fed, so now she can pretend to be the parking lot vic that she always wants to be. Now she can pretend that everyone around her is scary and everyone's gonna hurt her and everyone's gonna harm her, even though she's the scariest thing in this entire parking lot.
anyone on, and she has like a producer or cameraman, and he just sits on and all she does is like me right now. I'm like just talking to you, like, but you theoretically should be on camera because you're like my conversation.
It's more like if I was the Uber driver.
Right.
You were talking to me.
And like I'm asking you questions to answer, and you're like, "Are you talking to me?" Because like, why would I be talking to you? You're off camera. I wouldn't.
And also, like, kind of questions.
Right. Well, were they? I forgot already.
Should I wear my boyfriend's jeans? I'm like, as a cameraman.
And again, she purposefully is keeping Moses off camera because she was grumpy, she was hungry, and she was mad. So, of course, Moses had to be punished for that because someone has to be. And I also think a part of it is because she does like to copy people. So I think she liked that she was copying this girl that she's talking about by being like, oh, I remind myself of that girl who also talks to her boyfriend off camera, or talks to whoever off camera. She likes to copy people. So she's doing it to both punish him and to get to do a little copycat routine.
Stop.
Okay.
No, don't stop. I love it. I love that you remember. That's me right now. I feel like I'm like, do you think we should do like an only show tonight when I go home? Me. All right. Are you gonna get a smoothie after this? Like, that's how I feel right now. Anyways, we stand. Obviously, I'm a fan, so. I mean, for real, that smoothie though.
Yeah.
She's saying we stand. Obviously, I'm a fan. That is very obvious. That's why she's copying the girl. But yeah, it is. I mean, it's a relief to see that she's not being too mean to Moses. I'm not saying that Moses should be, being nice to, considering what he's done himself. I do believe they're both problematic and bad people, which is why the series exists, to call out this kind of behavior. But it is, I guess, should be a relief for him that he's not being entirely punished, because like I said, whenever he would be off camera, it was literally because she needed to punish him for some wrongdoing that she perceived he did.
That's all I'm gonna do.
That sounds so good. Oh my god. I'm like wolfing this now. I was hungry. I can't wait to move.
This is the smallest menu I've ever seen.
Yeah. What was it?
I mean, it's chicken fingers.
Or you
And
get a bun.
You either get 3 of them, 4 of them, or 6. Or you get the sandwich, which means 3 of them in a sandwich. And that's it. Like, there's not, but all they're making back there is those chicken fingers.
Do you think it's worth it? What do you think about it?
I was
Oh, she's definitely being way nicer to him now. She's even asking him how he, like, what he thinks about things and how he feels about things. Like, in the beginning, she was not like that at all. Like, you could hear her being a little bit snappy, but it seems like it kind of, like, glossed over really quick. So I'm assuming the rest of the video is going to be okay. But like I said before, whenever she's nicest when she's eating, and it's only before and after when she's in a mood. So we'll have to see if after she finishes the meal, if she starts to get weird with him again.
sports because they got.
There's something about simplicity.
I mean, if you do one thing really good,
Oh man.
just do that.
So, not No, people are gonna be like, oh, don't bring him up. I'm gonna bring him up. I don't care because it's a gossip. David Dobrik's starting a pizza place.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah, and it's called Dobrik's, like D-O-U, like dough,
Oh, my
pizza
God.
dough.
Notice how she can't stop herself from talking about David, by the way. Like, she's like, oh, people are going to say don't bring it up. And then she's like, no, I'm going to bring him up anyway. She was obsessed with David. To this day, you guys, she's obsessed with David. Even as a married mother of 3, she's obsessed with David Dobrik and Jason Nash. She's obsessed with them. She always has been. She always will be. She kept up with these guys no matter what they did. And at one point, she tried to be like, well, it was based on, like, trauma. Like, I had to see what they were doing. That's, like, the opposite. You would not want to see what they were doing. Also, and she's like, it's gossip. Like, why would you want to gossip about someone that you claim harmed you so bad? What? Because meanwhile, people who actually she did get supposed like trauma from, which her trauma was just not wanting to be outed, she refused to talk about. She refused to talk about them. She'd be like, we're not talking about Gabby because she might come after me. We're not talking about Keemstar because he might come after me. Yet she would openly and frequently talk about both Jason and David all of the time, 24/7.
Oh my God.
And he's like, yeah, all we're gonna do is serve like just pizza, like no sides, nothing. It's just gonna be pizza only.
So is there a raffle? Like you pay money and only people that win
That's
get
how
the
we started
pizza?
it.
So you don't know if you're gonna get a pizza.
Yes, no, but that's probably how we paid for this.
Oh,
But like he's like, yeah, we're
There is absolutely no way that she's never tried David Dobrik's pizza. I guarantee you guys, I would bet my entire life on it that she ordered David Dobrik's pizza and ate it. Guaranteed.
we just want to do one thing really good. I mean, that pizza better be freaking good if like that's all you're gonna serve.
wow, that's a tough one to do good.
Pizza?
Hmm. But is he going to do it like Mr. Beast in existing
Oh.
pizzerias?
No, they got space. They bought space.
Oh,
They're partnering with Prince Street Pizza. Do you know what that is? It's like it's in on Fairfax. I feel like you would know. It's kind of a hole in the wall pizza place, but it is really.
Look how updated she is, by the way. She knows every detail about this. She knows who they're partnering with. She knows that they bought space. She knows what they're doing. This is how involved and updated she was on David's life.
A good
what's the name
pizza.
again?
Prince Street Pizza. Actually, we should go there. I'm kind of hungry for
Is
that.
that like Prince Street in New York? Like it's a New York pizza?
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Oh, so maybe yeah. He's partnering with them, and they do have good pizza. And you can't sit; it's takeout only. Maybe it is like a Mr. Beast. I don't know actually, but no, they bought space.
There's gonna be one store.
Takeout only. She definitely sent Moses to go get it, or she sent an assistant or his sister or someone. There's no way she didn't try that pizza. No way.
One location. The Mr. Beast thing, we were gonna order, and I'm like, that's kind of already over it.
Well, I guess in this, pizza is the way to go.
Pizza's good.
Because they skyrocketed in this pandemic.
Pizza?
Yeah, because pizza deliveries, like everyone at home ordering pizza.
We get pizza all the time. Why is this feel sketchy in this neighborhood, doesn't it?
Moses must not be following the conversation that well because she literally just said it was takeout only, and now he's talking about how it's the way to go because of delivery options, but she just said that there was no delivery options. The parking lot thing bothers me because I feel like it bothers me that Trisha likes to judge all of those around her and act like anybody she sees, which typically is different ethnicities, scare her and that she thinks that something's going to happen to her in parking lots. If she sees somebody or someone, or especially those of darker shade, she always acts so scared of them. But like I said before, you guys, she is the most dangerous thing in this parking lot. The only one who has ever hurt Moses in that parking lot is her. The only one who's ever... I'm sure if you gathered all of the people in the parking lot and looked up all of their histories, none of them drove their cars into their exes' houses and terrorized them and chased them down the street. I would guarantee it. Yet somehow, knowing that she's done this and knowing how many people she's harmed, she's the one afraid of everyone else. I find that very interesting.
Long Beach. The LBC.
When I get home, can you remind me about my Canon? I have a brand new one in the glam room.
Yeah, we'll fix it. I've never seen something like this happen.
I just
ever.
stopped recording. It like would not record.
I think it's either the button is broken or like what else could it be?
I mean, I've had that camera for a really long time.
But I've been using Canon for the last 20 years. Like, I've never seen that happen. Or
Yeah, you know how to fix
not
things
be able
too.
to fix it.
When we glam, can you hear everything we say in the morning?
Depends what I'm doing. But not this morning, no.
Also, I worry about Moses here because I feel like if he doesn't remember to tell her what she just told him to remind her of, she's gonna get mad at him because she kind of relies on Moses to be her actual memory, like her actual brain. And when he doesn't come through and whenever he fails, she gets extremely mad at him. So I hope for his sake he remembered the Canon camera.
No?
No. Because I was working, I was on phone calls. Why?
Because it was so crazy how, like, on time or on cue you were when you went down to get the Postmates. Because I was like, oh my god. Like, I'm like, sometimes I swear my family, like, hired you. Like, I feel like my dad, like, pays you to be my caretaker and to be, like, my,
Oh, no,
like,
but when I sit in my office,
This is what I mean, by the way, when I just said she relies on him to be her memory and like do everything for her. I was gonna say caretaker, and then she just said it a breath later. Because that's how she views Moses. She views Moses as someone who is her caretaker, who does everything for her. Like she won't even walk downstairs to get her own food. Like he answers the door and brings it to her. Like her being like, oh, sometimes I think my family just paid you to be with me as my caretaker. Like, what what a strange thing to say about the person that you're with. What a strange dynamic and a strange relationship to be in a position where where you feel like as if this person is your caretaker. Like, what are you offering them in return then? Like, what are you doing for them? That seems like it would be a very unbalanced relationship for one partner to be the caretaker and the other just giddy that they have a caretaker.
my window is the front gate. So I saw a car pull up in front of the gate, and the woman walks down with them.
but you've done, like, you've been overtly, like, everything. Like, last night I was like, God, I really wish I had a LaCroix at, like, freaking midnight. And you're like, went downstairs and got a LaCroix. And then you set the alarm. And I'm like, you could have just told me to set the alarm because you just went down and got a LaCroix. Like,
You know me.
no. You're, like, overtly.
Around, like,
okay, but when I'm like, oh, I could get a LaCroix. Like, I literally could have gotten a LaCroix. I'm like, but I don't want to go down there. And it wasn't even, like, you know, if I'm trying to hint at something, but that was not. I feel like I don't try and hint because I don't expect you to do anything. Like, maybe.
I don't think that's true. I think if she isn't hinting, because she's like, oh, I don't hint because I don't expect you to do anything. She literally just said, you know what I'm like when I hint, which proves that she does hint. Another thing is she just straight out tells him what to do. So why would she need to hint? But she seems to be bragging here about the fact that Moses is just like her legs, her arms, her brain, her everything. Like he just does everything for her. And so she doesn't have to do anything. He basically enables her to be as lazy as physically possible.
Maybe the
No, you're the opposite of hinting. You tell me you don't want it, and that's how I know you do.
what do I do?
You always say you don't want. Like if I tell you, do you want me to get you something? It's like, no. That means yes.
No, I don't.
This is true, and I'm sure he would get in trouble if he didn't bring it because she does this with like when she's like, "Oh, you don't have to give me any gifts. You don't have to celebrate any holiday with me. You don't have to do this or that." And then if they don't, she gets mad and complains about it. So I can see why Moses is like, "Well, I know no means yes with you because if it kind of sounds like if you say no and I don't get it, then I'm in trouble because that's literally what she does with everything else. Like when she's like, you don't have to get me any gifts," and then when he doesn't, she goes on and on and on about how he never does anything for her, even though he literally does everything for her, as she's saying here.
I hate asking people for things in general because, like,
Well, I'm not people.
no, but you're like overtly amazing. And you literally got the drinks, and like I was like, how do you even know? Like, you're just like
I'm just aware.
aware.
I do agree that she hates asking people for things, but not for the reason that she presents. It's more so that she hates asking for people for things because she expects them to just know and give them to her. That's what she's done in every single relationship she's been in and everything we've ever seen from her. Even with Ethan, like she hates that she doesn't want to have to ask. She wants you to just do it. And she's said this before that it bothers her if she has to ask you to do it. She just wants you to inherently know and do it or she gets mad.
My environment.
This is not a flattering angle. I swear I look cuter. Maybe I just, this dress is also very tight. I had this dress made for me like 5 years ago.
You look skinny.
When I lean back, I look bigger.
What?
Oh my god, I like...
She was fishing for compliments and she got one. Noticed that she was like, oh, I look so bad from this angle. And he didn't say anything until she started talking about like the dress. And then finally he's like, no, you look skinny. He finally did what she wanted him to do. That's what she was looking for.
Finished it. So good. Oh, you did too.
Me too.
Oh my god. Inhaled. It sounded like such a good idea. And then I just was like, oh, this is not a good idea. And then the camera didn't work as soon as we got here. It worked this morning. I was like, how the heck did it just stop? Oh, there's one of those assistant UPS drivers where the person like sits next to them and like jumps out like that girl on TikTok. All right.
We learned so much from TikTok.
I love Raising Cane's. Honestly, Raising Cane's sponsor me. How do they sponsor people like at a...
Like I said before, that's why. Remember when she, like, what, a few minutes ago was complaining that why do they sponsor people? And now she's like, sponsor me. Because that's what she wants. She'll, like, drag things that she doesn't get, and then, but she, like, secretly wants them. And, like, if she had them, she wouldn't be dragging them. Also, I wonder now, let's see if she's nicer to Moses now that her meal is completely done.
Madison Ray, like, ooh, literally, like, I all I do is eat. How do I not get sponsored by... Okay. No, I told you, like they don't sponsor people that are overweight because it makes it feel like if you eat canes and you'll also be overweight, so they do the skinny people on.
That's her excuse so that she doesn't have to acknowledge the fact that they don't sponsor her because she's problematic. Because remember what she said in the beginning of this video? She doesn't think she's as problematic as everyone else. So to her, it's a mystery as to why she isn't sponsored by these companies. But it's not that big of a mystery because it must just be because she's overweight. It must just be them being judgmental. And she's the victim in it. She's not the, aggressor.
Purpose, like, we'll sponsor skinny people.
Wow.
Honestly, like, bigger people are the one eating fast food. Like,
Show
we're big
videos.
for a reason. How far do you think we are from the smoothie place?
My guess is 20 minutes. If not less, if there's one around here. I just
Maybe
don't know.
we just get McDonald's ice cream. That seems like driving. Oh, I don't know why it's like making me sick today. I mean, I was hungry, so maybe I'll be better.
This bread is good.
The bread is so good. I wonder why they put bread in
It's
chicken.
actually like challah bread. The
I don't
sesame.
go that far. I had challah bread.
No, but this is like they fry it. But it's challah bread.
Why did you smile like that? You look like you did something wrong. You're like,
Wait, it's interesting that she calls that his smile because I was just thinking, like, she's looking at him so, like, crazy right now. Like, the way she looks at him, she's, like, pops her eyeballs out. Like, she needs to see, like, every bit of detail about him and just, like, I don't know why she, like, stares at him like this all the time. But I also find it interesting that she's like, I don't know why they don't just hire overweight people. It's us who are eating all the food anyway, or it's us who are doing it all the time anyway. It's like, this is the same woman who told Gabby Hanna that she would rather look at 16-year-old girls than adult women as pop stars. Like, she was like, I'd rather look at, like, a teenager, and I just feel like they look better, and now she's here being like, I don't get why they won't just hire me for everything.
the little kid that got caught.
Because I was shocked.
Oh, you think I'm gonna, like, yell at you for being in the camera or something?
No.
Get out of the frame.
I was
Remember when I'd get so upset when you would, like, make noise during my TikTok? I feel like I've grown a lot. I feel like I used to get, like, so upset if you made noise. Oh, my God.
Okay. Interesting that she says, what, do you think I'm going to yell at you if you get in camera frame? This is what I'm saying by she was low-key punishing him, and she's trying to act like she wasn't. Because why else would she even think that he would think that he would get yelled at if he got in the camera frame? Because he wasn't allowed to be. She has said before, like I said, that she would punish him by taking him out of the camera frame. It was a punishment that she would do to him when she was mad at him. Also, notice here, she's like, remember when I would yell at you when you would make noise when I was doing TikToks? Like, I was so bad then, but I'm so much better now. Like, she says that, but she seems, like, giddy and braggy about it. Like, she finds it cute that she was like that. I mean, it's just, it's rude. It's rude for her to just act like he's just, like, like a butler or a toy or just something that, like, shut up, stop making noise. Like, stop. I'm trying to do something. Like, he's a human being. I remember one time they did a video, like, in this series where she said that she yelled at him because he was digging in the bag for food because he was hungry, and she was yelling at him because she was trying to do a TikTok and eat while he was trying to eat, and it bothered her.
Like you were making noise this morning when I was doing my TikTok and I was doing the
Yeah.
sound. You were at the side and it kept saying like east side, and I was like, but
Oh,
you know what?
were you
I just
filming?
turned off. Yeah, I was like, I don't know, because I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just turn off the time. It's not a big deal. Because I was gonna be like, do you really need to do that now? But you were like picking up, and I was like, okay, he's being great and wonderful. Like you're always being wonderful, so I can never yell at you. So I just turned off the time. Wasn't that smart?
So she's basically like, I didn't yell at you. Isn't that like good of me? Aren't you proud of me that I didn't yell at you? Like I could have just yelled at you, but instead I just turned it off so that I wouldn't yell at you. And then she's trying to say like, I did it because you were already doing something for me. So I like she would have felt bad if she would have been mean to him. I just find the whole concept so weird and the way that she treats him so strange. Like I don't think you need to have a pat on the back because you didn't yell at your fiance because he was making noise.
But that was after. When you
Huh?
turned it off, I was already done. I was upstairs.
No, I turned it back on
Oh,
at the same
oh,
time on because I turned it off.
exactly. That's the way to solve a problem.
I felt very proud of myself for not like lashing out because you know when I'm
Yeah.
like in work mode, I'm like I'm just stressed. I don't know why because I feel like I need to get a lot done in a short amount of time. Like whenever I like honestly, I just need to glam like twice a week, and that would solve my problems because then I can get content done double rather than just doing it all in one day. Which honestly, when we move to the new house, probably will do that because
So she says she felt proud of herself for not lashing out at him, so for not taking things out on him. That's a pretty low standard to have for yourself that you're that proud that you didn't yell at your significant other like you typically do.
we'll have more places for content and stuff. But I get so stressed when I'm like I have to work because I feel like I got so much to do, and I'm usually stressed. And I feel like lately I've been handling my stress better. Or I just go like lay down for like 5 minutes and then
It's interesting too because she's talking about like how stressed she is and how that kind of like justifies why she yells at him or why she lashes out, why she overreacts. But it's like in the beginning of this video, she just said like all we do is exist. That's all we're doing. It's not even a hard job. All we're doing is existing. But now it's a hard enough job that she can lash out at her partner because it's just such a high stress, high demanding job.
because you're always being so sweet. Like there's never anything to like be mean about other than I'm annoyed with myself. Like, but you're always like being sweet and kind, like making me
Right,
a
I mean,
snack, or even though the popcorn was very loud, but it was still really sweet. So I like couldn't be
That
bad.
was so
And
funny.
honestly, I love the popcorn. That was like a great thing.
I
So
had no idea that the machine is going to be so loud.
that was so loud. But also, you were being so sweet, and I was like, oh my god, he's making me a snack. Like you're like just so nice and wonderful. So
So if he's doing something nice to her, she feels like she can't be mean to him. But if he's not, she can be mean to him basically. Because she even just said like she said, "You never do anything for me to be mean. It's just me being annoyed." So she's saying like her being annoyed means that she takes it out on him. It's a frequent thing. It's not just a one-time thing. She frequently does this. Whenever she's annoyed with him, she takes it out on him. That's what this entire video is right here, you guys. That's why he's not in the frame because she was annoyed by something and then she had to take it out on him, and that's why he's not in the frame with her.
Thank you. But
no, but you
No,
are
but the
like
thing
you're
is, like,
busy. You could be doing other things, and you like help
again,
out around the
if you're
house.
filming and if I'm making noise, it's fine. Be like, hey, babe, I'm filming. I'll be like,
Um,
oh, sorry, and I'll stop. You know what I mean? But
I don't mind it.
all I'm saying, it's nice. 'Cause
She's saying she doesn't mind it, but she already said that she's lashed out at him before, and all he's saying is like, if it does bother you, just be like, "Hey, babe, stop," and I'll stop. I think he's trying to say that by being like, instead of lashing out at me.
if you don't get upset, it means that you love me.
I can't get upset with you. Like you're literally so perfect, and I'm not just saying that. Like lately, I don't know what it's been. Like the past couple months, you've been like absolutely perfect, and I don't know what it is. It's so bizarre, and like even if I find myself getting annoyed, I'm like, oh, well, you're just perfect.
Again, she says even when I find myself getting annoyed, and then she thinks like, well, I can't take it out on him. I feel like it's because he proposed to her at this point, and that's why she's saying the past couple of months because they had just gotten like engaged. So I feel like she changed her perception of him in her head, where he kind of was being rewarded for proposing to her. So she didn't want to like, like punish him too much because he did the right thing. He proposed to her, so he was being rewarded. But I find it interesting that she has to like stop herself constantly from going at him and reminding herself that like he's so perfect, he's so perfect, he's so perfect. He's not perfect, but he does do a lot for her, and that's why I find it weird that she's like, you were making popcorn for me, you were doing this for me, so I couldn't yell at you. I couldn't yell at you because you were doing things for me.
It means you really love me.
I do love you. I don't know what it is. I mean, I know what it is, but like, also, who just hangs out? Not to but who just hangs out in like the parking lot of Raising Cane's? I feel like it's like a gang.
Because there's no place to eat, so they're.
Oh my god. See, again, the microaggression. She's like, who just hangs out in a Raising Cane's parking lot? I feel like it's a gang. Why is it a gang? I would be almost certain that she's looking at somebody of a darker shade because she says this about every darker shade person she sees. One time, she saw Hispanics driving by and she said, they're definitely gang members. Like, what? And she's hanging out in the parking lot. Are her and Moses in a gang? Like, what is this perception of all of these people that she finds to be so dangerous and so criminal when she's the actual danger in the parking lot? Everyone except her. Everyone's guilty except her.
What do you mean there's no... Oh.
Like they're tailgating.
But they're not even eating, are they?
Oh,
There's
maybe I'm looking at different guys. Oh, you're looking at the other group.
Yeah. Where there's another group of people eating? Really? Oh, yeah. Okay. Honestly, I'm so much happier now that we ate. And I'm excited for popcorn and a movie tonight. But first, we gotta get a smoothie. Gotta drive home. Film my OF. Finish my work. Oh, yes. Finish our loan. We have like literally 2 days left of our loan and we're still sending over our paperwork. I'm like, I thought I already sent it over to what they
I
did.
emailed him. I was like, what's going on? Like, this
I
is
saw,
really...
but then I like chimed in, like, I'm gonna be home soon. I'll like email it.
So she's in a much better mood because she ate. So she's not treating him more badly. Typically, like I said, with Jason, she would eat to the point of being full, and then she would be mean to Jason again, even after she had just treated him bad because she was hungry. Once she got full, she'd be mean to him again. But it looks like that's not happening to Moses right now. But I always find it interesting that all these two do is like they'll eat, and then while they're eating, they'll talk about what they want to be eating after what they ate before. Like even now, she just finished eating, and she's like, I can't wait for this meal, or like to eat this. It's like I'm not judging based off her wanting to eat stuff. I'm judging based off like the conversation is just so dull. It's just always about like what they want to eat next.
Just so we have
You know
it.
what I mean? Like, seriously. At this point?
Baby, you're my shot. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That definitely did not seem like she was kidding. And even if she was kidding, it's such like a like what kind of joke is that? Because she actually does do that to him. Like she's admitted to doing that to him. So how is that much of a joke, or how is that a good joke?
I would never. You can be in my shot all you want. Sometimes I just was like, I look really pretty today, and I was like, let me just like be in this. And then the camera broke, and then this angle sucked, and I was just like, okay, this is not working. But whatever. I still look okay. I still look.
I don't think it was just about her thinking she looks so pretty that she wanted the entire camera on her. I really don't, because she even said she was grumpy. She even said, and then the camera broke, and then this happened. Like she was clearly in a mood, and that's why she didn't want him in the frame.
You look beautiful.
Thanks.
And you make it work.
Thanks, baby. Raising Cane's, you were a delish. It was worth, I don't know if it was worth the hassle getting down here, but would you come back?
Yeah, at least now we know what it is. Well, the other location will be open soon, so that's close.
Oh yeah, there was one way closer, and I was like, oh, hell yeah. What would you recommend it out of 10? TikTok.
I think it's at the same level of like Chick-fil-A. So it's up high.
Okay, so out of 10, what would you rate it?
Oh, sorry, I was just thinking about the comparison between them. So if it's just for chicken, it's like 8.
This is actually my favorite chicken strip place. It's really good. I give it a 10 out of 10. The bread makes it chef's kiss. Alright guys, follow me on TikTok.
Again, she's been really nice to him. Also, I feel like that was kind of a dangerous game, though, because if he would have rated it any lower, considering it's one of her favorites, I don't think she would have responded well to that. On a side note, has anyone had Raising Cane's? Let me know what you guys think of it. I've never had it.
Fish Like Fish 88. I just did a little Hebrew sing along. Follow me on my backup Instagram, Trisha Paytas Backup. Frenemies is out now. We did an award show that's like amazing. Like, we're kind of brilliant. It looks beautiful. We dressed up. And yeah, I guess we'll see you in the next video. I'm engaged, in case you haven't heard.
Me too.
Aww, I should get you an engagement ring so people know.
It should look like my macaroni, like a
What?
butter noodle.
I was like almost kind of sad that she's like, I'm engaged, and he's like, me too, like off screen. And then she like awes about it, but it's like you don't even put your fiance on screen with you. Also, I do find the concept of like engagement rings interesting because like, why hasn't she gotten him an engagement ring yet? Why is it only always all about her? I know that's like the thing. Like, I know that it's like women get the engagement ring. I'm just curious because she already lives the lifestyle of like everything being about her. But then her being like, I should get you an engagement ring. Like, did she ever? Does anyone know if she ever did? I'd love to know that.
Oh, that's so cute, actually. We should get matching butter noodles for each other. You're my butter noodle, butter that noodle later. All right, we're gonna go. I'm paranoid in this parking lot. Love you, and hopefully get better camera quality because this is for the vlog, but we're gonna put this on the main channel because this was meant to be for the main channel. And this dress is very tight, squeezing me fat.
Paranoid in the parking lot, you guys, even though, again, she's the most dangerous thing in that parking lot. She's probably the only one in that parking lot who has harmed every partner she's ever been with and chased down a partner who fled from his house to get away from her and crashed her car into his house and terrorized him for 3 hours in that house. But she's scared of everyone else. Make it make sense.
We're at Tropical Cafe. So this reminds me, isn't it called Tropical Cafe in Schitt's Creek?
I was just gonna ask you, is it Tropicana or Tropical?
I think it's Tropical Cafe.
I would
Or
say I was
Cafe
gonna ask you.
Tropical.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh my god, we're here in Schitt's Creek. Where we did decide to drive an extra 20 minutes. Which I don't know was like the smartest idea. Like there's just a lot of heaviness on my head. There's tightness in the dress, and I just am like, I don't really know. I would show you, but you're holding your credit card. So
You know, considering all of the things that she's complaining about, she is in a relatively good mood for all of those things. Normally, if she was this like uncomfortable or upset, she would be taking it out on him more. It doesn't seem like she took out much on him on this video other than not letting him be in the frame. But I do find it interesting that even like all this time later, he's still not in the frame.
I want to show the number.
Well, I think one meal after the other will end up in Mexico. We just keep
What?
We just keep driving south and away.
But there he is, guys. He's finally in the frame. She finally allowed him to be in the frame. And you can tell because she's in a much better mood now. So now she's letting him in. Whereas before, she wasn't in that great of a mood. So he still wasn't allowed in. But now look at it.
I was gonna talk about Marilyn Monroe. Okay, we'll talk about it after. I get the white peanut butter chocolate. So freaking good. Wait, it's not chocolate love. It's like white peanut butter
Peanut
cup.
butter cup with white chocolate.
White chocolate peanut butter cup.
Large or?
Yeah.
Can I get one the peanut butter cup with white chocolate?
Instead of dark?
Yes, white.
Anything else?
And you have something similar just without peanut butter, just the banana and chocolate?
Yes.
Great, so I'll have another one, just banana and chocolate.
Alright, anything
That's
else?
it.
That's it, thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna show them
Yes.
Ooh. Are you excited? Alright.
Yeah.
This was really good last night. Like I'm like so excited about this.
Banana and chocolate.
Yeah, she's like much, much nicer to him now that she's like been fed and they're going to go get dessert and she just feels better overall. So luckily for him, she didn't get too full because like I said, during the Jason Nash series, if she got full, she would kind of like take out her fullness on Jason. She kind of seems to be the type of person who, if she's uncomfortable, if she's annoyed, if anything's going on with her, those around her pay for it. Because someone has to.
Banana. When he says banana, he sounds like a minion, and I think it's the cutest thing ever. Banana.
Banana.
Banana. Minion. Okay, let me get my TikTok out so I can take the first sip on TikTok. Oh my god. That's just heaven. What?
No, it's just so thick I can't even get it through.
Oh, yours is dripping too a little bit. How is it? Yours is just like chocolate.
Oh wow, this is so much better. Chocolate, banana.
Banana, can I try yours?
Banana.
Banana, I showed him the banana. Can I try it?
Yeah, of course. It's huge.
Oh, okay, keep going, keep going.
Moses is probably so happy that he is finally in frame. Like, look at that big old smile that he was smiling on his face. That's what he like waits for. I feel like he loves being on camera. Like I said, even Ethan talked about how Moses is just so like clout hungry, so fame hungry. Like he's a little clout goblin. He'll put up with like all the mistreatment just to like get that like 2 seconds worth of fame.
Babe, come on, keep going.
You're not gonna get into an accident because.
Okay, but someone's like yelling, "I like your car," and they're jumping out of their thing.
That's okay.
What if they had? Look, he's literally out, just like. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you, but also scary.
You don't want to get into an accident in that situation because then you're stuck in an accident with those people around
True.
you.
Oh my god, this is literally, they just like put chocolate and bananas in a blender and it's
That's
so
the
good.
best. I've always wanted a chocolate banana smoothie.
Okay, that's really good.
That's why last time you got yours, I was like, oh, that means there's chocolate, there's banana, just no peanut butter.
Like, sounds just like a minion. Banana.
So I find it kind of interesting that we just heard that guy like screaming about I guess her car. I don't know if that's just what she's saying. Who knows what he was really screaming? It could have been what she said. But I find it interesting that she seemed scared, but not that scared. Like she seemed way more paranoid when there were people who were like literally not doing anything, as opposed to someone who actually was. She kind of got over that pretty quickly for someone who acts like she's scared of everything. Like I would have expected more of a more panic from her than just that little tiny episode. Also, the fact that she keeps calling him a minion just keeps reminding me of the time that she referred to him as a toy and how she always thinks of him as a toy because it's like every little thing he does, she's like, "Oh my god, you're like a Furby!" Like, "Oh my god, you're like this like entertaining little thing for me," and then she'll like have him repeat it so that she can be more entertained.
Mm. Oh my god. The white chocolate peanut butter. It tastes like a literal white chocolate Reese's peanut butter cup. It is so good. Oh my god, the other day, Moses was trying to describe these chocolate candies out in Matilda. And he's like, yeah, they have some like that. I'm like, what is it? He's like, Reese's. I'm like, Reese's? No, those are like peanut butter cups. And he was trying to say C's candy. And he's just the cutest thing. And I was like, oh, it's C's candy. Which you're
So
like,
close.
which honestly I could see why you would think that's Reese's.
Yeah, it was so close.
We watched a Marilyn Monroe movie last night, and I wish I would have recorded that whole thing. I'm kind of getting a little like car sick, so I probably can't record much more. But Moses was like, I was just really impressed with Marilyn Monroe's acting, and she is such a good actress. Like, people know her for her scandals and her being like crazy or whatever, like allegedly, but she was like a really good actress, and I feel like she for her scandals and her being like crazy or whatever, like allegedly, but she was like a really good actress, and I feel like she was probably underrated as far as like acting. Like she was like really good. We watched Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, and it was just a really good movie. And
Yeah, they're getting along. This seems to be like this was a pretty decent quote unquote nice video. I thought there was gonna be more drama, especially since she titled it Raising Cane's Drama, but for the most part, they've gotten along pretty well. They've been completely fine. Um Also I find it interesting that she says Marilyn Monroe is known for her controversies, but pretty sure Marilyn Monroe's like major what she's known for is being like um a beauty standard and kind of like a baddie. She's not known for like her problematic behavior. Like yes, there are controversies surrounding her, but for the most part, you don't think of Marilyn Monroe and think like, oh my god, all the controversies. You're kind of just like, ooh, what a baddie blonde bombshell.
we were laughing the whole time, which is like, you know, to laugh out loud when you're at home means that it's a funny movie. So 10 out of 10 recommend, right? Well, this is really good. I'm gonna enjoy this, and we usually listen to a podcast because now we have like about an hour, maybe more in traffic. Does it say more? 57 minutes. Okay, great. So we have time to listen to an Impulsive podcast. Colleen and her husband have a new podcast that I haven't listened to yet. Yeah, I'll just catch up on some podcasts. And if you want to catch up on like a podcast, Frenemies is out now. Link below. It's really, really good. They need to open up these places in LA so we don't have to drive an hour to get these things. But Tropical Cafe smoothie is so freaking good. Oh my god.
I find it interesting that like the podcast that she promotes is Impulsive because she knew that Ethan hated it so bad at the time, and like Ethan was like, "Why are you an Impulsive stan?" Knowing like that I don't like them or like, and Moses was too. Like Moses loved Impulsive. He said it with her last time. I honestly thought they were gonna be like, "Watch a David Dobrik podcast because she was like obsessed with him.
All right, I'm gonna get my camera fixed when I get home, but I love you guys so much. I love this guy so much, and I'll see you in the next video.
Moses getting the Moses getting to be in the frame after all that time. You just know he was happy. Like, you just know this man was thrilled that he wasn't being punished anymore. But yeah, overall, the video was, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was slightly more entertaining than their last ones have been. There wasn't too much drama or anything, but it was not as, I just feel like they were talking about more things than they normally do. A lot of the time, they'll do like 50-minute videos where they'll just spend like 30 minutes talking about the food that they're eating or like the shows that they're watching, which I think can get kind of draining and tiring. Let me know what you guys think about that in general, though. Like, when you watch the videos with me, do you also feel the same way that I do, where it's like, oh my god, you guys, please move on from this conversation? Or do you kind of just like watching every little aspect to see what the dynamic is? I on purpose keep everything in and actually just review the entire video because I know that the dynamic is in the details. But I do wonder like how you guys feel when you watch it sometimes. If you're like, oh, this is kind of dragging on, or like the scene's kind of boring. Let me know what you guys think about that in general because I'm just curious. And also let me know what you think about this video. What happened here? Do you think that she was mad like I thought she was mad? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Did you have any thoughts that I didn't share that you wish I would have? Let me know in the comments below, and of course I'll pin it. But yeah, for me, I definitely think that she was mad at him, and that's why she kept him out of the frame because that's typically what she always did. But I do think that she was relatively nice to him throughout the video. Like, she didn't take out too much on him. But I do think some of the things that they said were interesting, like some of the things that they kind of spilled, like the fact that she would take her anger out on him or like snap on him, or the way that she viewed him mostly as a caretaker, which, of course, to this day we know. But I am interested in continuing the series to see where it goes. And I do have something up my sleeve for the Jason Nash series in general. So if you guys missed that at all or want more of that, something's coming.